Hey, this is Roger Taylor from Duran Duran, and you're listening to Tracy St. George on Sunny 1079.
Roger Taylor from Duran Duran. We are so excited to have you here on Sunny 1079. This is awesome. We're stoked for your show, Future Past North American Tour, FLA Live Arena, June 18th. How excited are you for our Florida Heat?
We're very excited, and we always love coming to Florida, South Florida particularly.
Any chance you're going to bring your new little granddaughter with you?
Oh, wow. How did you know about
I know everything.
it?
Does she travel? Is she on the road yet on a tour bus or anything?
Not yet. She's only a couple of months old, so she's a bit young. But Simon actually had his grandchildren at the O2 show in London.
Oh my
I'm
gosh, that's awesome.
sure she's going to be joining soon. I'm sure she for one of the UK shows, and it called us the Glam Fathers of Rock.
Yes, I can see that. That would be a very good title.
Yeah.
So, Roger, you've been with the band since 1985. You took that little break in the middle where you bought a farm. Can you tell me what you're farming? Vegetables? Did you actually have sheep and cattle and stuff, or what?
We had a mixture actually. We had some horses because I love horses. A few sheep wandering around and a few chickens. So a bit of everything really.
Were you completely off the grid? Like, did you say, I've had enough of, the madness and the fame? And you were like, you know what? I just need to decompress. I need to have my chickens and my own eggs.
Totally. I think it was such an intense period of time, that first 5 years. I just wanted to do something completely different, uh, just disappear. And actually, somebody made a film about me, a documentary called Searching for Roger Taylor. I think it was shown at one of the European film festivals, but yeah, somebody actually made a film about trying to track me down.
I will have to look that up.
I don't know where you can find it. I've never watched it actually. I have to try and track it down.
Yes, you must. And then you'll say, here I am. I have been found.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I,
so the Future Past tours, like I said, coming to the FLA Live Arena in July. You're not going to pull any like farewell business on us, are you? Like with Foreigner, we got Aerosmith. They're all saying farewell, goodbye. This is our last tour. Please tell me Duran Duran is not going to do that anytime soon.
no, I mean, none of us have ever talk about retiring. It's not something that we tend to talk about. We try not to dwell in the past too much, and tend not to look ahead too much. And they said one of the things in life is always to try and stay in the present moment, isn't it? And I think we always try to do that. We kind of make plans for next year, but we're not making plans for 5 years' time. We're very much about what's happening right now. So we certainly don't have any plans to break up, though.
Is this why you're calling it the Future Past tour? Because you're not really looking to the past or the future?
Well, it was really based around the idea that this album kind of had a bit of the past, but quite a lot of the future in the music. The guy that we worked with, Errol Alcom, wanted to capture that original vibe, but he also wanted to be futuristic, contemporary. So we thought that was a good name for the record.
And speaking of future past, you've got that past connection with Nile Rodgers and Chic, who you were bringing along on the tour, along with Bastille.
Well, they played before us. We like to call them guests rather than opening acts. Nile Rodgers particularly is a legend in his own right, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, the catalogue of music that Nile has, yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. We played with him before, with quite a few times, and we sit in our dressing room beforehand listening to the songs that Nile has produced and written over the years, and it's just an incredible collection of music. So not only you're going to see and hear Duran Duran, you're going to hear Nile Rodgers performing this most amazing catalogue of music.
Yeah, it's going to be a party from the beginning to the absolute
You're
end
right.
of your
Yeah.
encore.
Yeah.
I see your set list here from your UK portion of the tour. Is it going to be the same here in the States, or are you mixing it up a little bit?
It's going to be similar. I mean, that set list has gone down really well, I have to say, because it's a really good mixture of the classics, some of the deeper cuts, some of the lesser known songs from Rio have got back into the set list, and some of the new songs as well. And people have really loved that set list, so it's going to be very similar.
It is fantastic. Do you have a favorite Duran Duran song that you don't play on the show? Like of all of your years together, which is your song that you're like, you know what, guys?
Wow.
We got to do this more.
You know what? We've played pretty well everything. I've got to say, there's not much in our catalogue that because we've toured so much. I quite like to play My Own Way again from the Rio record. We've never really played that song, so quite like to play that one again, I think.
I was just talking to Boy George the other day, and he said that he saw you guys just a couple weeks ago, and he said that Duran Duran is the greatest show. Do you get nervous when other like pop gods are in the audience? I know you've been doing this for like 40 years, but do you still get a little bit nervous when you know somebody's in the crowd, or even before you take the stage and think, hope they like us tonight, which they always do, of course.
I think we do actually. If there's another performer, for me particularly, if there's a drummer in the audience, I get a Dave Grohl came to
Yeah.
Taylor also came with him to one of our shows a couple of years ago, and that's two legendary
Yeah.
drummers right there. So I was kind of nervous, I have to tell you, because you know that somebody that's in your own particular part of the industry is going to know if you screw up. So, but we've known Boy George for a long time. I more or less grew up with George. George is very much an old friend, so it was great to have him there.
He's so awesome. You guys are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, inducted last year, which was amazing. What was that like hearing, first of all, you guys are nominated, and then secondly, oh my gosh, we won, we're getting in.
It was incredible. Just to be nominated
Yeah.
was incredible, and then to actually get in, and the fan vote that we had was incredible. And I've got to say, it was one of the greatest nights of our lives. I think it felt like the Oscars of music. Everybody was there, and it was great to have that affirmation from your own industry.
Right.
The other day, your own industry is, it's the most important thing. And when you get affirmation from that, it's incredible. And we never really got that very much in the early days. We were the pretty boys that the critics like to beat up. We never got much love in those days. So it was great to get that.
I mean, my whole entire wall was plastered and wallpapered with Duran Duran merchandise, not only t-shirts and posters, but like everything. I had teacups, I had plates.
Yeah, and people couldn't get past that. I don't think they
Right.
saw that we were the pretty poster boys, and our audience, I think, was an average age of 14 years old or something. And they thought, these guys can't possibly be any good. But I think people have finally realized that, we wrote a few good tunes, and those first few albums were good albums. It wasn't just all about the pop songs. We had some really deep cuts like The Chauffeur, Tel Aviv, songs like that, which were much deeper. And I think people finally, particularly the critics, finally realized that.
Like you were saying, with your fans all being about 14, 16 years old back in the day, we are now a little bit older than that. However, your music has been around so long that like everybody knows them. So now when you're looking out into the crowd, you must still be seeing 14-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 30, 40, 50, and 60. You got everybody as a fan of Duran Duran.
I think you're exactly right. And I said that a couple of years ago. We played in Austin at a festival in Austin, and I looked at the crowd, and it was literally 12-year-olds to 60-year-olds. And they all knew the songs, and they knew the lyrics, and they were singing along. And I came up stage and I said, something has changed. Our audience has changed. We've suddenly kind of hit this I don't know, this kind of mass audience that is just across all the age ranges, and it was quite an incredible moment.
Yeah, that's got to feel amazing. Getting
Yeah.
back to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's where actually Simon revealed to us that Andy Taylor is battling stage 4 metastatic prostate cancer. How is he doing? Is he doing well?
He's doing okay. Yeah, he's doing okay. I think he's taken some great medication, and I think he's functioning very well. In fact, we're just working on some new music for a new album.
That's what I heard.
He played on some of the new songs that we're writing, so we're very much involved with him again.
So in this little mini break from the UK and the States tour starting, are you guys working on that new album now, or are you actually doing it like on your private jet and tour bus?
We're working on it right now. Yeah, it's being mixed as we speak. So we've kind of been trying to juggle a show and getting the stage show ready with preparing this new batch of material.
Thank you so much. Roger Taylor from Duran Duran, the Future Past North American Tour, is here in Florida at the FLA Live Arena. Thank you so much for joining us, Roger. We cannot wait to see you counting down the days, June 18th.
Hope to see you there. Can't wait. Hope it's going to be sunny there.
It will be. It's always sunny on Sunny 107.9.